Greetings everyone and welcome to the SMOOREZ Archive. These are just all my old videos that I took down that I am re-releasing with some slight edits here and there. I did these DHgate Cheapo Sneaker Reviews for entertainment and educational purposes, and I do not endorse the sales of any Replica products whatsoever. No links to any of these items will be given since these videos were done ages ago anyways. Well, I hope you do get a kick out of my old content. Hello everyone and welcome back to another shoe video. And this is one of the special occasions where I have been sent these shoes from a company called Kicks. They contacted me and said, hey, would you like to have a look at shoes? And I said, yeah, why not? And they sent them to me. So these are going to be my honest opinions about the shoes. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. They're from another source instead of DHgate and stuff. Let's have a look at them and see what we think of these ones. Now, of course, in the title, you would all know that these are going to be the off-white variants of the Air Force One shoe, which as you can see here is a pair from 2010 here, the classic white and red sort of color scheme. Air Force One on there, the little badge and stuff. It's a flawless shoe. These came out in 1982 originally, and they're one of Nike's most popular shoes. And yeah, so I've got these ones. Also got a pair of the DJ Clark Kent shoes, which are a little bit dirty, but they're still pretty good. And the little mascot in there. This tongue actually says Nike East on here. And then I've got these ones from 2007, I think. And these are the Air Force 25s. They've never ever been cleaned up, as you can see. The reason why I'm showing you all of these is because I'm going to be using these as a reference to compare with the ones I'm going to show you. These ones were 11s, these are 11.5s, and these are 12s. So I'm definitely going to be making sure that the size is correct with these ones. And without further ado, let's open this package up and see what the shoes are like. Sorry, I've got to kind of open it like this because my address is on both sides. Oops. And I found my old knife, which is good. It is double boxed, which is good. That is always a good thing. Bit of a smell of cheapness, but you know, it's to be expected, I guess. We have released the box. So let's open up the box. The shoes have bubble wrap around them, or the box. Hey, that's pretty nifty. Give me a second while I break into this. Sorry, there's two layers of bubble wrap. Didn't even realize that. The box still got a little bit shunted, so it's off-white, and it's a shoe box. Everton. But that's okay, because you can just sort of... No, I can't save the box. Nike swoosh. The tan Nike Air Force One low, size 12. I asked for size 12 this time around, just in case of any size issues or anything like that. I just want to make sure that they actually fit. AO 4606001, so we'll have to check in editing to see if that's the code that matches these shoes. We will have to see. Around the box, as usual, is nothing, just the don't throw this box out and all that sort of stuff. Yep, please recycle me. Alright, here we go. Just like the previous ones, nicely wrapped with the off-white tissue paper. Presentation is nice, and there's the shoes. Sorry, it's the shoes. My Australian accent is terrible, I'm sorry. So here are the shoes in all their glorious details, and we're going to just put them over to the side because we have some more StockX stuff. StockX sticker, StockX legit thingamajiggy, and StockX tag. None of that is relevant. Oh, the StockX stuff is still visible. Let me get rid of that. Just ignore the StockX stuff, okay? And here are the shoes out of the box. First impressions, they've definitely changed a lot on these shoes, that is for sure. I do like the new details. Let's go around it and have a look. And here is the zip tie here, which is in the baby blue, greyish kind of color scheme. No errors, looking pretty good there, so that's all good with that. The other shoe also has the bagged shoelaces attached to it, so we probably won't be looking at them ones, we'll be looking at this shoe. So gone with the leather uppers of the traditional Air Force One shoes, we now have this sort of perforated mesh taped sort of look here. That's from Google, not me. And the deconstructed look of the Air Force One shoe. According to Google, this is ripstop here. I've never heard of that before. As I said, I do shoe reviews, but yet I don't know a lot about the materials that are being used, so I do apologize for that. Anyways, the toe box there is a mesh toe box, and then the taped design going around the toe box and the toe cap here, looking pretty solid and pretty fine as far as I can see. The shoelaces are they 3M? I'm not too sure. I will have to check to see if these are 3M shoelaces. They do look like it, so I will have to check. Then we have the sort of leather or suede, it could be both, combined with this sort of foam material going around the shoelaces here. It's very different from the original Air Force One shoes. They've changed quite a lot. And you can see there that the material just goes up, and then you've got this little fold just here. The prominent Nike swoosh, which has been stitched on top of the shoe, is very different. This little bit here is not sewed on. I thought they would have sewed that on, but maybe not. That's just me. There's the off-white tag there, looking very squared off. Then you got more of this ripstop material behind here, behind the swoosh. All the stitching seems to be pretty good for the most part, sort of joins there. I'm not too sure if this is supposed to be like that or not, I will have to check, but all that is looking fairly good and consistent around here. This here feels like canvas, to be honest. It also has the HO18 MNS BSK 131 9 to 12.5, and these are obviously 12s. Then we have up here on the little pull tab, logo written on it, and then the traditional Nike swoosh. Obviously we expected to see on an off-white shoe that everything has to be labeled like logo, shoelaces, air and stuff. It's funny here on the midsole here, air, and then air is right next to it. It's like, we know. But anyways, it's off-white. The swoosh doesn't go all the way around. I thought it would have went all the way around and joins up with that one, but it doesn't. It's slightly sort of stitched a bunch here, and then it sort of cleanly stops there on the material. The text, on the other hand, oh man, I really wish that I didn't have to say this, but that's not looking good, unfortunately. The off-white text is supposed to be completely centered straight on like this. It's curved and stuff. Hang on, let me check the other shoe. Yeah, that's sort of more like it. That's kind of looking more sort of to the point. It's supposed to be straight, squared off. It's a little bit bent there, but that's a bit of a kicker for me. Does it not look like electrical tape that they've just slapped onto here? Whatever makes this shoe look fairly good. Alright, the sole and the mids. Well, the mids are all black, obviously, and it does feel like a quality midsole, which is good. All little stars and all little details around the toe cap there. They're all very grippy and all nice, and the traditional Air Force One sole all looks very nice, and there's just more of that text there. That actually looks quite on point, that text. Don't have any complaints about that. The air going around here all looks very good. So gone is the tongue that says Air Force One. It's moved around to here, which is usual for the off-white shoes, Prestos, Vapor Max, all that sort of stuff. That's a fairly thin tongue, made of foam with that sort of same ripstop material. All looks good so far. We have some tissue paper in here, which, wow, that's a big bit of tissue paper. There we go, now it's gone. All the comfy material for your heel support and ankle and all that sort of stuff is all in there. Let's get a shot of this tag really quickly. US 12 AO 4606001 2018. I'm not too sure if 2018 is correct for this one. We'll have to look it up in editing and let you all know, but I think these were late 2018 actually. And of course we get to the insole, which is not removable, which is unfortunate because I would have liked to have removed the insole, but no, that's securely glued down and that is not coming out anytime soon. For a second there I thought it said the yen, but no, it's the 10, the off-white branding there, and then there's a little sticker in there that says 265mm 2.5. No idea what that means, but sure, why not? But just quickly, I'm just going to have a look at the other shoe. Maybe we'll go around the stitching real quick. On the tongue there, we have the traditional stitching, which is just the 2-pass stitch there for the tongue, which if I take off the laces, you'll see that it's just stitched onto there. The toe box netting and the mesh details there with all the holes, they look all consistent and stuff. And then the taped material going around here as well, which all looks fairly solid and, you know, it doesn't feel like it's going to be going anywhere. This quote ripstop material feels very nice. Taking a look at the text a little bit closer on this one and stitching on the swoosh as well. So just take all that in. Then moving on to the canvas area here with the text. Logo written there on this suede pull tab, which you can just pull like that. Some glue marks here, not too bad though. There's the Air text. Yeah, I can see it right there. If you look carefully, you can see the little stencil that's been applied here to put the Air font onto the mids here. You see it now? Now that I've pointed it out, that's just a little something, but whatever. Little bits and pieces here kind of look like mini poke holes. Maybe they're speed holes to make the shoe go faster. The stitching all around here looks good. The stars all look pretty nice and solid. The text on this one though is better than the other shoe, of course. And this one is a size 12, just to make sure. Yes, it all is. And this insole is not removable. Nope. So let's get this here. And now put it next to an already laced up one right next to this one. This has got a more narrow sort of look to it. Size wise, let's have a look. Size is absolutely on point with them ones. True to size, which is good. Moving around to the back, it looks like a totally different shoe considering this colorway and everything, but yeah, you can definitely see all the changes that were made from the shiny plastic leather and the leather around here to just this ripstop material, canvas, all that sort of stuff. The soles are exactly the same, and the insole is removable on these ones, not these ones though. It's an interesting look to see what we have now of the Air Force One lows. These ones look more chunkier than these ones a little bit narrower. Once I lace these up completely, these will probably be perfect. And these ones are already laced up to my specs as well. The deal breaker for me at the moment is the text, but otherwise everything else looks pretty solid. Maybe some of the stitching around the swoosh may not be perfect, but it's close enough. Let's cut to the on-foot segment because I've rambled on long enough about the Air Force One shoes. Alright, just before the on-foot segment, just thought I'd take the shoelaces out first, just so you can see the tongue a little better. There it all is there, all the stitching, the tag just there, tissue paper, which we're not going to need, but that will probably stick up about that much when it's on foot maybe. That taped material going around there, it feels like plastic kind of there. As I said before in the review, it's just stitched into these two little bits there and that is it. The tongue feels alright, it's standard off-white tongue with the little foam sort of around here. Now I've decided that I'm going to do white laces in one shoe and black laces in the other shoe. That's just what I decided on. So let's jump to the on-foot segment now and see how it goes. Here are the Off-White Air Force One low kicks on foot. Sorry I had to film this part in my kitchen since it was kind of overcast outside and I decided to do the on-foot segment while eating breakfast. I was trying to multitask. Anyways, good news though, they fit great. If I had asked for a US 11, then they probably wouldn't have fit, so it's something to do with the off-white materials and maybe the narrowed down profile. That's a bit iffy at the moment, so I won't call it true to size, but it was a good move that I decided to size up. Sometimes US 11 is perfect for me, and then sometimes US 12 is good for me. It depends on the manufacturer as well. Although they don't seem to look like they have plenty of grip, they indeed do, and feel just like my other pairs that I showed earlier in the video. The extra padding on the ankle support is appreciated and does help extend the feel of the Air Force One shoes from their OG style. I've been able to comfortably wear these for hours now and have had no issues with them. They look great, that is for sure, however there are a few inconsistencies that were to be expected, the deal breaker of course being the text, but hey, we can't all be perfect. And that's the on-foot segment for these Air Force One shoes coming in for a landing. That was a silly joke. They feel comfy, they feel like Air Force One shoes. It must be the off-white extras and stuff that they're making to the Air Force One profile to make them be a little bit smaller than usual. I'd always advise to go a size up in this case. And as for the laces, I'm kind of tied between the two. If you got that pun, well done. I don't know if I like the white laces or the black 3M laces. I kind of like the black 3M ones. I've pretty much covered everything I need to cover in this video, as well as the on-foot segment. And I want to do my honest opinions about the shoes I receive. This is just my honest opinion. I can't really help it. If the shoes have some sort of imperfection, I have to point them out. That's all I can do. Probably one of my favorite off-white shoes, to be fairly honest. Comes very close to the Presto because I just love the profile and the different materials and all that sort of stuff. It's really good. I do like this. Hope you enjoyed this review of the Air Force One Cross Off-White shoes. Thank you very much for watching this very long review of these Air Force One Cross Off-White kicks, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Definitely will be shoes, I will say that. Take care, be good people. Thank you all. Thank you for 2K once again. We're almost at 2.2K I think, which is crazy. So thank you all, appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be shoes. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you made it to the end, you got through some really cringy old s'mores. If you liked it though, leave a like. If not, then feel free to dislike. I'll see you in the next one.